Hi guys and welcome to Dr. Mix. On this video we're going to show you how to remix on the fly in real time, create stuttering effects and mangle your audio using LoopMash FX inside Cubase Pro. This amazing plugin allows you to do stuff like this. We had quite a few requests to do a video about this, so let's get started. So there we go, we are inside Cubase Pro. We have 4 channels on this simple project. Let's listen to it. Great, so we have some drums, we have some vocals, we have a bass line from Retrolog 2, and we also have some Rhodes. So let's see what we can do with LoopMash FX. Let's go and bring it up on the drums. Here it is. And as you can see, it's a very simple interface. This big section right here will show us the waveform in real time that we run through the plugin. And we also have these controls right here. It's very simple actually. So basically, we have a few effects. We have a backspin, we have reverse, we have tape start, we have scratches, we have tape stops. This section is the stutter section. We also have some slurs, we also have some cycles, and we also have some staccatos. This section is really important because this section is going to determine how these guys will react, because we have all the divisions. We have 16th notes, we have 8th notes, we have quarter notes, and we have half notes. So it's really important to use this wisely. So let me run this drum loop in solo so that you can see what happens. So as you can see, I can create some really cool effects just by pressing those buttons very easily. Let's try the same thing with vocals. Voila, la la la, c'est moi, voila. Voila, la la la, c'est moi, voila. Voila, voila, c'est moi. And now you can see that if I change the divisions right here, I get a different effect. So very quickly I can get these really complex effects that sometimes people spend a lot of time in editing trying to get it right. The great thing with LoopMash is that you can control it in many different ways. The first way is, of course, if you just press the buttons in real time. That's very easy. The second way is you can automate it using write automation inside Cubase. So all you have to do is just click on this icon right here, and now you can play back the audio and just press the buttons, and this will be recorded as automation. Voila, la la la, voila, voila, hello, c'est moi, voila, 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 c'est moi, voila, voila, c'est moi, voila, voila. So as you can see, I can create some really complex effects that, you know, if you want to do it with regular editing, it's going to take a long time. This really makes it super fast. And when you use the automation recording inside Cubase, as you can see, I get all these nicely organized lanes. And if I want, I can go and edit them. I can go and fine-tune them so that they line up exactly on the beat where I want them to be. That's very handy. Now let's try and get rid of this, and let me try and automate the entire mix using the LoopMash FX. Perfect. Now let's go and do something else. Let's go to my master bus right here, and I have a LoopMash FX right there. And this time I'm going to automate this using MIDI. And that's actually, in my opinion, way more fun than the regular write-read automation. The only thing you have to do is create a MIDI channel, add MIDI track in Cubase. Let's call it LoopMash. There we go. And now all I need to do is basically send this to any of my LoopMash instances inside Cubase Pro. So for example, in this case, I want to go to stereo out. Let me find it. LoopMash FX stereo out. Very, very simple. Now I can activate all these different effects using my MIDI keyboard. These guys right here change the note division. So it's very, very easy to create some really complex arrangements using MIDI, and it's way, way more fun. Let's try and play this back and try to create something in real time. And actually, I'm going to record those MIDI notes. So I hit record there, I click record on Cubase, and let's get started. I think I'm gonna start with quarter notes. So I'm gonna press D right here. As you can see, these controls correspond to these keys. If you pay attention, they're actually keyboard keys. They have the same arrangement. So C, C sharp, and so on and so forth. Let's start with a quarter note right here, and let's record.
Voilà, la la la, c'est moi, voilà. Voilà, la la la, c'est moi, voilà. Voilà, la 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 la. Voilà, la la la, voilà. Voilà, c'est moi,
So there you go. Very, very quickly, I can get all those different elements into live performance. I can actually use this keyboard to create all those great effects. Now, of course, because I'm recording MIDI, now I can play it back. And as you can see, I have all the notes right here, and I have the exact performance down on MIDI. So let's play it.
Voilà, la la la, c'est moi, voilà. Voilà, la la la, c'est moi, voilà. Voilà, la 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 la. Voilà.
And as you can see, I have all those different notes that trigger all those different effects. So if I want to say, I want to make them super sharp, I can of course quantize them, and now I can have them exactly on the grid. So I can extend the effect. For example, if I just drag this note right here, for example, if I don't like this one, I can just get rid of it. I can just delete the note and the effect disappears. Maybe I can add a different effect. Maybe I can add this one. So as you can see, it's a very, very cool and fun effect to use. If you use it sparingly, just to spice up your tracks, it can make a huge difference to your arrangements if you're going for this kind of electronic and glitchy sound. Now, if I want to stop using LoopMash on just this stereo track, I can just hit mute on the MIDI channel and I can completely deactivate it. Now, let's try and have some fun with the bass. I'm going to go to LoopMash for the bass. And this time I'm going to, let's create a different version for this one. And instead, I'm going to send it to my bass. Let's find the bass. There we go. This will be very cool. Now let's try and control the bass in real time. I have my MIDI track that I created previously, and I've routed it to the analog bass LoopMash. So now I can control LoopMash for my bass. And let's see what we can come up with.
La la la.
So as you can see, I can take a bass line and completely randomize it, mangle it, do all those crazy stutter effects, and basically this plugin can transform a boring bass line into something that's extraordinary and something that would be very hard to produce, you know, just by playing the bass line on the keyboard. So very, very cool for those things as well. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, share it, and
we'll see you in the next one.